If you want to see me swatch the Sugar palette from e.l.f., then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. I am going to be swatching this palette, as I said in the teaser. It is an e.l.f. palette from last year. I know, my bad. And I don't think it's available now, but if you have it or if you know of someone who might be looking to pass it along to you, then why not swatch it? And also, if you are interested in just, frankly, some of these color combinations, such as the look that I have on today, it is my first impressions for this palette. I will put that video right there for you. Just the color combinations. Sometimes it's you want me to attempt a challenging or weird eyeshadow combination to see what I'm going to do with it. That's fine too. So let me know what it is that you would like, and probably I would suggest wait till the end of the video because you'll see all the swatches and you might have a better idea of which one of the eyeshadow or eyeshadows plural that you want me to test out. Now, this palette is 15 shadows, so I think that I'm going to do groups of 4 swatches, so all 4 of my fingers on this arm. I think we might be able to fit 15 eyeshadows there, so we will see, especially since the pans are, if you look at my index finger, the pans are not that big, so it should be some reasonably narrow stripes, hopefully. I think I'm going to do... Yeah, I won't get fancy. It sort of looks like there are somewhat some color stories this way, but as far as trios, reasonably, like that looks like a nice trio column. But I'm going to just go row by row, 4 at a time, and we'll see what happens. So let me start swatching. So the shadow picks up pretty easily, so that's a good thing. And lots of shimmers. And there are no names to these eyeshadows. So we can just say these are the first 4 in the top row. And I will double swatch. I normally do double swatch, and here are the fingers. Lots of nice bright metallic shadows here. That's not bad. A nice kind of icy pink. An icy kind of antique gold, white, and then more of a gold, antique gold and gold. So let's do a second swatch. That's the rose gold here, which is a very flattering color for most inner lids. This is what I would call an antique gold, and then the frosty white, and then the straight up gold. All 4 of these, very neutral but very wearable colors, and I think that they swatched quite nicely. Now for the look I have on right now, I would say that the eyeshadows did perform pretty well, as I would hope. Now I don't know about longevity yet, but as far as the application, it was fine. So we've done these 4 up here, so I'm going to do this one and these 3 next. So let's see how those look like, or what those look like. So we start off with a matte light peach. Then we've got a matte burgundy, a matte chocolate, not quite chocolate, yeah, cocoa. And then we have a silver. So these are the 4. So a matte beige, which is my skin tone, you can barely see it. And then we have what? We have a burgundy brown, I guess, almost a maroon. Let's call it a maroon. And then a nice kind of taupey brown. And a nice silver that nicely matches that pinky. That is very pretty as a silver. There are the fingers, and I always show the fingers because the fingers to me give me an idea of what it might look like on the eye, just because the tip of the finger is more rounded than a flat surface like a forearm. It's just my quirky way of thinking about things. And the silver. The silver picks up very easily. All right, so we go back to that matte beige. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it more. It's like a really light peach. And then we've got that maroon type color, and then that cool brown, and the silver. Yeah, I would call that a cool brown as opposed to a taupe that I called it earlier. It's a cool brown. Okay, so that is looking pretty good. We've got 8 of the shadows here. Nice. Hopefully you can see the colors reasonably well. There we go. That's so much better. Okay, I'm going to wipe that off, and we're going to go to the rest of the middle row. What do we have here? We have 2 more left in the center row and 5 more on the last row. So we're going to do these 2 here and then these 2 here. And those 2 greens I do have on my eyes, so you'll be able to see what the swatches look like and see how true the swatches are to the eye look. We'll see. The swatches are not always exactly how a shadow is going to look like on the eye. Okay, so here we go. We have a deeper peach compared to that peach over here. So that would be a good pairing. And oh, nice kind of metallic brown, almost a brassy brown. And that is that color that I have on my lower lash line. And then we have this last color, which I have on my inner to 2/3 of the lid. And let's do the fingers. And I'm going in for a second swatch. The color picks up pretty well for the pans being pretty small. It's hard to maneuver the finger around to pick up product. And this one, oh yeah, I was going to say I'm expecting this one to build up, and it didn't even give me a chance to finish my thought. And this is the matte, and that is the shimmery inner to center lid, or 2/3 of the lid that I have right now. Not bad shadows as far as swatches go, I have to say. All right, and that khaki has a very silvery base to it. It doesn't show up on the eye that way necessarily, but I guess when there's the transfer from the swatch, the residue is more silver. So maybe as an eye look wears throughout the day, it might go from greeny silver to more of a silver look. I guess depending on how oily your eyelids tend to be, it could transform throughout the day. It's my hunch, anyway. All right, and we have 3 more to go here. So this one, and this one, and these 2, pretty sure, yeah. These 2 I did use in the look today, along with these 2 over here. So it's pretty much the bottom row, along with, didn't I use something else? No, it was pretty much the bottom row that I used, except for the black. I didn't use the black. I didn't feel like I needed to, but it would have intensified the look. If I wanted more of a smoky evening look, I would have just used the black on the inner, on the outer, very outer lid and outer crease to just kind of deepen up the look. Going in now with these last 3. All right, let's see how they perform in the swatch. This one, it's very, very light in the swatch. It was very easy to build up. Really a nice color to build up. And here's the black. Right on the bone. Not the best spot to swatch, but I am managing to get them all on the same arm, which is not a bad thing. All right, let's go for the second pass on all of those. I really like that khaki color. It went on so beautifully on the eye. So the index finger has that kind of khaki gray color. It was a really nice, easy crease color to start off with. And then the black. Okay, and yeah, here are the fingers. All right, so I'm just going to wipe these fingers off. I was going right to the forearm because I want to talk about the colors right now, but I should really wipe my fingers because I'm going to get eyeshadow all over myself if I don't wipe them off. I am such a klutz sometimes. I get into my thoughts and then eyeshadow goes all over the place. All right, so let's take a look. First off, I'm going to go back and give you a full view of the colors and take a look myself. I really feel like I went in right away for the belles of the ball. I really think that these two browns are beautiful. These two greens are a match made in heaven. I think that, although I didn't go for it, I went for these 4 colors for the look today. I would say that this silver is going to be pretty awesome on the eye. It looks obvious to me. And then this rose gold is beautiful. I would probably do a look with this kind of antique gold and yellow gold. I think that those two would look really good together. This one and this one would look really good together, even though it's really hard to see, I'm sure, for you on camera. What else would I suggest? I really would like to use this rusty burgundy color. I think it's a beautiful color. That would be a good pairing right here, these two. I think there's a lot of potential. There's a lot that could be done. I think it's a very neutral lover friendly palette. It's a very approachable palette. And if you like cool tones, there's quite a bit in here. I mean, these are relatively cool. This is relatively cool. Of course, the silver, this one, this one, this one. There's not that much that is crazy warm in this palette. It's definitely on the mellow side for the most part. Of course, the silver and the black, you could get quite a bam look, but it's very approachable for someone who doesn't want wild colors, and also very approachable for someone who doesn't really like to have warm colors. It's more neutral and cool leaning. And yeah, I like it. I like it. Would I have, if I really look at the palette, would I have pounced on a palette like this? Probably not. Probably not. But I'm glad I did. Just even if I use it for the look I have today, I really like what it did for me today. So I'm kind of curious to know what else I'm going to do with it. But yeah, let me know what you think of the swatches. I do look forward to hearing from you. If you have this palette, I would love to hear what your favorite colors are. And if you would have recommended looks for me, I'm all ears. But with that, I will say thank you so much for watching this swatches video. I appreciate your time and attention, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.